Okay. So these are the countries which are ruled by these things has not given any freedom to the people to voice out. In our country, we have rights to vote, we can contest in elections, we can participate, we can become the government officers, anything. But under these regimes, you cannot become the government officers, or you cannot vote, or you cannot become the Prime Minister or Chief Minister. Even Komal has the opportunity to become the Prime Minister of India. Vijay Kumar has the opportunity to become the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Deepa has the opportunity to become the Finance Minister of India. Everybody of us have the opportunity because we are under a democratic country. Democratic country will have their own rules and set of regulations. We must adhere the rules and regulations. If we are adhering the rules and regulations, that our country will give us some credits so that we can be the major people. You know, right? The first citizen of India is president. Even Joseph can become the president of India. Komal can become the president of India. Our democratic rules and regulations, our constitution of India has given that rights to us. But in monarchy or military forces or in communist regime, you cannot become the head of the state. The monarchy will be headed by the king. After the death of the king, the son of the king will be the king. The prince will be the king. Again the prince will be the king. Again the prince will be the king. This will go like this. So the people of every country who were under these regimes were vexed up and they wanted to have a free environment. They wanted to become the government officers and they too wanted to head the states. So they were slowly protesting against these regimes, and they used to protest against the government, and they were slowly forming parties. So there are parties in democratic countries. The countries which follows democracy will have parties. It can be two-party system or multi-party system. What are the systems? Two-party system and multi-party system. So, in India is a country where you have multi-party system. You can have n number of parties. Okay, you can have a number of, you have, as I told earlier, you have DMK, ADMK, BJP, Congress. You can have n number of parties. But in United States or in UK, you can have only two parties. One, you cannot, they won't give any, they won't allow you to run your own party. But in India, you can run your own party. So this democracy also has their deviations. You have full democracy, that is nothing but multi-party system. The countries which follow multi-party system is India. We are under full democracy. We have partial democratic countries which follows two-party system. The examples of United States, that is America, and UK, that is London, England. So these are the types of democracy we have. In our lesson, what we are studying is how the countries which are under these rules has become the democratic countries. The examples they have given in your book are Poland and Chile. These were the two case studies that they have given in your first lesson. So how the Poland has become a democratic country and how the Chile has become the democratic country, they have given some set of things. So the Poland and Chile's cases were different, but I am just telling it in the general. They were under one among these regimes after a person who was heading the movement who has made the Poland and Chile become democratic country. They will become the heads of the states. After becoming the heads of the states, these people will also acted like the dictators. So again, the democratic countries have become military countries at some instances. Our country was ruled by kings. After that, it was ruled by British people. After that, it has become a democratic country. We didn't enter into any militant thing. But Burma, now it is called as Myanmar. In Myanmar also got its independence from British rule. After getting its independence from British rule, it was a democratic country. But for a long run, in 1960s, a military head has defeated the president of that country, the prime minister of that country, and he has become the head of the state, and the country has become the militant country which is ruled by the militant force. So there are instances, military countries which are headed by militant force, countries which are headed by monarchy which are headed by communist regime has become democratic countries. And also it has happened vice versa. Democratic countries were also have turned into militant countries because of the greediness of the militant head. Because every country will have a defense minister, and that defense sector, and that sector will be headed by a person who is called a general, or it varies according to the countries. Okay, we have a military general, everything. If that military general is captured, is taking a charge over that ministry, and he is defeating the defense minister or the prime minister, this military head will become the prime minister, head of that state. So this is because of the greediness, because everybody wants to rule the country. Even if you are given the chance, you will also go and rule that country. So that is the reason it is becoming vice versa. Okay. So this being the case, there are countries which were under militant force, monarchy and communist regime, and they have turned into democracy. There are two types of democracies: full democracy. Full democratic countries follows multi-party system, and partial democratic countries follow two-party system. The countries which are, for example, US and UK. Multi-party system example is India. So these are the things which are seen in this lesson. After this, what are the things which are seen here? In democratic countries also, people are struggling to get their freedoms, because in US there were instances whites can only vote, women are not allowed to vote, the people who have property on their own will allow to vote, the people who will not have their own property will not allow to vote, black people weren't allowed to vote, women weren't allowed to vote. So even the democratic countries had their restrictions. But in India and other countries, it has slowly evolved, and even the blacks, there are no casteism, there are no religion, it is not based upon religion, it is not based upon caste, or it is not based upon race, anything, irrespective of a race, a religion, a community, an idea or principle, anybody of this, a person of citizen of this India who attained 18 years of age are allowed to vote. And this was similar with some other countries also, and some slowly other countries were also following, and other countries were also allowing their women to vote. So this was the thing about the democracy. What do you mean about, what are you getting from this thing is, democracy allows you to free, democracy allows you to voice up, democracy allows you to speak, democracy allows you to open up, democracy allows you to share your ideas, democracy allows you to become the head of the state. So you can become the head of the country, you can become the president of India. There are some age restrictions, that's all. You have to reach 35 years of age to become the president of India. You can contest in elections. So this is what a democracy gives. So you have to prefer to live in a democratic country like India. So we are very lucky, we are very passionate, we are very providential to be in India, because India is a democratic country, and which gives all the freedoms to you. Thank you so much. Do your worksheets properly and write back to me if you have any queries. Bye bye.